Line up, you fucking nerds. Who wants a shot at the champ?
They bring the heat.
Francis Ngannou is the hardest puncher in the history of fighting.
They bring the knowledge.
If you think this fight is going 5 rounds, you are out of your mind.
They bring you the picks.
The dog is getting it done in this one.
We deliver every single week. We're bringing the heat, ladies and gentlemen.
The money line.
Don't miss it on the MMA Experts channel each week. The Money Line. We are live talking UFC Vegas 102. I am AJ, joined as always by my guy Mike Finch. What's up, my brother?
Yo, our picks were pretty fire. The bets were nice over last week. I got 11 out of 13 of my bets. Sure. That was really nice for the account. Sure. I hope some people ate too. And those were some fun fights. I know some people like, I want to get the taste out of my mouth of UFC 312. Cap. I thought it was fun.
It was good for us, man. We made great picks. The fights were okay. You know what's crazy is I didn't know this until after the fact. Someone in my live chat earlier today said that I got the #1 picks on MMA YouTube and the UFC prediction tracker channel. I went on there. I was like, fuck, let me see if this is accurate. And I was fucking #1, bro. I said, holy shit. That was crazy, bro. And well, you know what's wild too? The 8 hours of research you leaked. I didn't want you to say nothing. You leaked it. That was funny. It worked out. If I would have went fucking 5 and 10 on the card, I would look like a moron. But it worked out that week. You leaked it.
But they threw you up there. Fuck yeah, dude. No, you had some key dogs. You had Rongzu over Cody Steele. You did a great job with that one. You picked against Kevin Juicy Smoulier, who got in a staring contest out there. You did a great job with that one. Yeah, you had some nice dogs, man. Good job,
brother. I appreciate it, man. It was a fun card. I don't think it was awful, but definitely the pay-per-view portion was lacking. Like, we're about to recap it real quick and talk about what went down. And Finch and I feel like, you know, the main topic has got to be main and, you know, co-main event. Outside of that, you guys know what happened. But let's get into what happened last week, because we do have 2 championship fights that are worthy of serious mentioning. So Dricus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland 2. The true decisive win for Dricus du Plessis that catapults him into a more legitimate position as the middleweight champ, regardless of what I thought happened in the first fight. You know, some people felt that it was a slight robbery towards Dricus over Sean, and now they ran it back and there's no more questions. This is like the final boom, nail in the coffin about this rivalry. And we know for a fact that Dricus is the better fighter, and he did it more impressively this time, which, looking at it now in hindsight, I think arguably that may be better for the Khamzat Chimaev fight that's now on the horizon, with the fact that he had a dominant win over Strickland, even just confidence building himself, beating up Strickland where he's best normally. I think that we are in a very interesting position at middleweight right now with the Khamzat fight on the table, which is a massive middleweight fight, and Dricus du Plessis in the pound for pound talks for real now with 2 title defenses and a dominant one here against Strickland. You see the middleweight division also blossoming with contenders on the come up. I mean, even du Plessis, I don't know if you saw at the post-fight press conference, he said, hey, I think Imavov should fight Barrio, and then the winner fights for the title. I love the fact that he's rooting to fight the best guy in the world. He's not looking just for the money fights. He wants to fight Pereira in some capacity, but that's not what he sees next. He even himself has said he thinks a champ needs 3 defenses before moving up. So very true to the game world champion that wants to dominate the division, and you got to respect that. Now, this fight here with Strickland, what'd you think of it, Finch?
Yeah, well, on your topic right there, I think it was really respectable. I mean, him requesting Khamzat, you know, before he would get a shot at Poatan is badass, man. And the way he talks about, he's like, I think I'm like #3 pound for pound after this. I want to become #1 pound for pound. The way his eyes are on the prize is cool. He's not just talking about money, right? So I respect all that shit. You know, the way he'll fight anybody and the way that he brings a fight, it earned more respect for me for sure. As far as the fight itself, I thought Strickland looked like he was sparring, which isn't the first time someone has said that about Sean Strickland. And you could see the improvements with Dricus du Plessis. You know, he was spamming that left kick so frequently. He was going to the body. He was going to the head very often. And Dricus was a lot more technical than I'm used to seeing him in the early rounds. Now, by the time he hurt Sean Strickland, he went straight back to just balls to the wall. Fuck it. At one point, he like headbutt his hip and hit Strickland in the ass with a punch. I mean, just like straight old school Dricus du Plessis madness. But had he stuck to that high level technique where he was showing improved defense, he was showing nice parries, he was his legs were going really well. I thought that I thought he looked better, and I thought he put a great pace on. He's really, AJ, weaponizing his pace on these guys. And I thought it was very apparent against Sean Strickland. Sean, does the same thing every fight, relatively predictable as to where Dricus du Plessis, you're not sure how much he's going to shoot takedowns. You're not sure how much he's going to kick, how much he's going to box, what the pace is going to be. And it's very obvious that, guys like Bilal Muhammad and now Dricus du Plessis, they're just learning to weaponize their pace. They're weaponizing their cardio. The champ was impressive.
The champ was. And I like that, weaponizing his cardio. It's interesting to see. Du Plessis has, would you say, a relatively massive frame for middleweight? And the fact that he has a good gas tank like that is very interesting to me. I guess it's a very powerful tool that somebody with the type of physicality that he has also possesses the ability to go 5 hard rounds at a pretty high pace. I also feel like he's a bit unorthodox. Like the way he'll throw punches over the top at times looks I said this during breakdowns. I said it doesn't look technical to the eye when you're taught of pure technique, but as far as effective in MMA fighting, it works very well for him, and he has done a good job. So it's against the book per se, a bit unorthodox, but definitely dangerous, man. And the Hamza fight is so intriguing for me. Like when I think about that, holy shit. Because the truth is, if Hamza goes into a third round, I'm shitting my pants if I'm on Team Hamza. Like, I don't know how his gas tank looks. He's fighting a workhorse. I think first, second round is going to be so interesting to see how du Plessis' wrestling holds up. I definitely think Hamza can get him down early in the fight. But I will say du Plessis' grappling, at least from the defensive moments we've seen, it's normally pretty solid. But Hamza's a different level. But it's like, is Hamza just going to smash du Plessis' face in? I have a hard time seeing it. I think Hamzat's going to be pushed to the breaking point. And if he can't finish du Plessis in the first 10 minutes of that fight, man, and I'm a Hamzat guy. I've shaved my fucking mustache.
I was going to say, who's been here long enough to remember when AJ had the biggest hard on for Hamzat Chimaev? He'd wake up in the morning, soldier, full salute for Hamzat.
Listen, if I was like that, the Muslims had taken me out. I can't be a fan, man. It's a brotherly love, man. It's a brotherly love, man.
My bad. I'm tripping. My bad. I'm tripping. Yeah, I mean, too far. I think that the clear game plan for Dricus du Plessis is to survive, right? And then to try to overwhelm him in 3, 4, 5. And have you ever said that about Hamzat before? But I mean, with Dricus, the cardio is such a, we'll keep the word, weapon.
It is a weapon. Yo, Nacho guy. Thank you, AJ the GOAT. I'm up 30 from 312. Need more heat this card. Thank you, Nacho guy. We appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for the 199, gangsta.
Let's go. Kind man. Yeah, I'm up too, dude. Again, 11 out of 13 bets. Not too shabby. And I got my money back on Jimmy Crute. I had him at dog money. I gave him out on the premium channel. Fuck, he could have had that one, man.
Look good early.
He needed one more takedown. I think one more takedown just to ice that. Was it the second or third round that was closer? I'm trying to remember now. But dominant first. And, Jimmy Crute with the wrestling, I don't think people were ready for.
No, Jimmy Crute, his first round effectiveness from top position was clean as hell. Now, back to this Hamzat situation. We don't have an official booking, but I like the idea of potentially running it this summer. I would hope Hamzat can fight stateside. My God, I won't lie to you, Finch, man. I eventually would like to see Hamzat fight in person, but I don't know. If it's not 100,000 subs level yet, I can't go to an event. So we'll see how Hamzat does over the next couple of years. But either way, Hamzat in America would be sick. Hamzat fighting in Vegas. DDP Hamzat Vegas, huge fight. I mean, if they go to South Africa and put DDP Hamzat together, that would be monumental for the country, I feel like.
Yeah.
No high
really
expectations.
Loves it, bro. He's really out there repping South Africa. Like the shorts, the walk. He's about it,
It's
so
badass.
That would be pretty cool. I think Vegas would be nice though too. Hey, what up, Parlay?
Thank you for the raid parlay, Princess. Big W, man. Appreciate you sending some people over, my friend. Big W parlay, Princess. Savage Mode USA in this hole. My guy. My guy. My guy.
Eric, I got you, bro. I got you. We both had Imavov, didn't we?
Of course.
Me and AJ both had Imavov, dog. We got you.
Of course. Yeah, that was good shit. Imavov's another gnarly one. Imavov Duplessis is a crazy fight, but getting through Hamzat's gonna be crazy. Oh,
the Hamzat one's cool, and I appreciate him making the call. You know, he really wants the fight. So, you know, we've seen champions try to dance around getting these big fights. Drickus is full steam ahead, man. So I gotta respect it. The style's still not beautiful, y'all, but you know, I was thinking about the way I was dunking on him, and I kind of just went through this rant where I was like, Drickus Duplessis is not good at, and I just named everything right. Head movement, blocking, parrying. No, he's actually got good parries.
He's gotten better.
High output, tough motherfucker, strong as shit, and sets a pace, man. And
I know why you feel that way, though, to be fair, because I remember the fights that we broke down a couple years ago, and it's valid. It was the fight against Darren Till when he got dropped. I remember that. And the Brad Tavares fight where he was looking bad early on. And I remember, you know, that's where those feelings probably first started.
Yeah.
And then seeing the first Strickland fight, it was like, then you didn't know with the Adesanya one. But now after this one, can we say he's a bit more technical, Finch?
No question in those early rounds, he was more technical, but I have to specify those early rounds because when Sean Strickland was fixing the fucking nose, when he was gluing that thing back on, what did Drickus do? Did he stay like Anderson Silva and shoot clean shots and mix it up? No, he started going fucking crazy. It's like, bro, stick to the one that brought you to the dance. It was being technical. I think he could have potentially got Sean Strickland out of there, which is a tall task.
All right, Teddy Atlas. I like that one. I remember that quote. That's legendary. Holy shit.
Just sold my mom's car. Need a plus 2,000.
Hey.
Plus 2,000. Nah, you just need to.
Brother, easy money, brother. Easy money. Smish the plus 2,000.
You know, need to get a yob. Need to get one of those yobs, bro. Those jobs, dog. You need to cut me thumbnails. How about that? I need somebody to cut me a fucking thumbnail.
If you want to cut Finch's thumbnails, he's hiring. All right. He said, "Listen, AJ, I can't rely on you forever." I said, "All right,
I ain't gonna pay much, but I'll pay."
Ask the chat. They'll pay you. So you want a tip? You need a $5-10? Hit up the Finch, bro. DM him on Instagram. You can fucking get shouted out in one of his streams. Hey, shout out to X. They're doing my thumbnails. So if you want to be that guy, hit the Finch man up. Let's go. It's more for the channel lore anyways, right? Like you get to be shouted out, like, you know, even whatever he's paying you. It's not about the money. It's the fact that you're a part of the Finch man's content creation.
You know, I'll kick it off with being like, yo, shout out to Hernandez for the thumbnail, whoever,
Let's
right?
Go. I like it. Well, the main event was damn interesting for as far as what's next. Decent fight, back and forth. I want to talk Strickland, though. We're talking so much about Duplessis. Sean Strickland, as good as Duplessis looked, his volume looked lower than before. His output wasn't great. He seemed more hesitant. I think, is it because he's so worried about Duplessis hitting him? Because obviously Duplessis can crack, seeing how he broke the nose. Like Strickland was more gun shy than we normally see. I feel like Sean, when he sees on paper that he has advantages, he's more active. When he fought Paulo Costa, at the least, he was having moments of really walking him down and throwing hard. There was a handful of times at best that Strickland was really going for combinations, man. Throwing one or two shots, a little teep, like he's not really committing to any offense. And I think like that could have been a mental lapse too. Not saying Duplessis couldn't have countered him, but I think Strickland fought more gun shy than even normal here. It was not a great performance from him.
I think he tried to pace himself, AJ. When I was watching that first round, I was like, all right, he knows it's 25 minutes. He remembers last time how they were just slanging and banging and by the fifth, and he's going to try to save some of that energy. And I think as the fight wore on, he was just, you heard his coaches in the corner, right? Eric Nixick was like, hey man, you're losing these rounds by a little bit. Like you got to step on the gas pedal. So his corner was trying to gas him up and get him throwing more output, which really would have been, you know, it's like the more you throw, the more you could get countered. So, you know, there's a give and a take there. Thomas, Hernandez, AJ and Finch, two savages he'll go fishing with. Hey man, us two, you and do we invite Bryce Mitchell at this point? Is that cool?
Bring him in.
We can both
Bring
go.
him on. We'll bring Bryce.
We go with
Bring
Bryce.
Bryce.
We're gonna talk to Bryce about history, man. We'll get this straightened out.
We'll get it. We'll get it figured out. Listen, I'm excited, man. Now, real quick, I want to bring up Michael Tully. He said, any thoughts on Strickland not pulling the trigger because of staph? Well, I called it earlier in the week that the staph infection could definitely have an impact on his performance in later rounds. I think it kind of, I don't want to give Strickland excuses, though. He's not even saying this himself. And I think Duplessis would have beat him regardless. But I will say, just with the evidence presented, he definitely had staph. And being on antibiotics could have limited his output a bit, maybe having this slight back of his mind worry that, damn, would I fatigue later? Maybe he was hitting pads in the lead up to the fight and he's like, I'm more tired than normal. So possibility, yes, but I'm not giving Strickland an excuse. He got fucking outworked, outstruck, and outdogged by the world champion Dricus Duplessis.
Yeah. You got to give credit to Dricus at the end of the day. So Sean Strickland, always an entertaining motherfucker. I'm sure there'll be some fun fights for him. No, I don't want to see him in Adesanya again right away.
Oh, what else are we doing then? Who's he fighting?
We mix him up. The division's nice.
Barrio? We go Barrio.
Nice. There's a lot going on in middleweight.
A Mavov rematch, maybe?
With Strickland?
Yeah, a Mavov Strickland rematch.
I liked what the champ said, dude. Imavov and Kaio, dude. That's cool.
So then we got to go Strickland versus Rob Whittaker. Let's make the dream fight. That'd be cool.
Okay.
I like that one.
I like that.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Shout out Timmy Canuck. Heck of a week gambling. 1-4K. Love my life. Timmy Canuck. Congrats, big dog. Thank you for 279.
Yo, Timmy not giving a fuck. Let's go, Timmy.
Let's go.
Nice, man. Fuck yeah. I love seeing people get, when people hit the bets off of my premium channel, sometimes they'll send me their tickets. I fucking love to see it. Good for you,
Fuck
dude.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And hey, Dricus Duplessis helped me out. I put him in a parlay with Taporia for premium channel. So Taporia, Dricus Duplessis, boom, damn near even odds. And then I went over on the ladies, which is what we're about to talk about, isn't it?
Yeah, let's talk about the ladies. Holy shit. Of a night of great success for me, this felt like the tragic downfall. I was very upset after this fight. Tatiana Suarez, I had truly grown to believe the lore that she was the female Hispanic Khabib, that she was really going to be able to take Weili down, dominate her, beat her up. I thought that the Gilly was as legit as advertised. I think what happened here is I started believing she was Patchy Mix, and I was imagining Weili fighting Patchy.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Shit. She did okay in the first round, but I mean, after that point, Weili even took her down, defended all the takedowns. Suarez was panic shooting. Weili picked her apart. Weili looked fucking amazing. Incredible balance, great reflexes, power in her hands. Weili Zhang is the women's strawweight GOAT, and I will not deny her that claim anymore. I would have loved to have seen a Weili Thug Rose trilogy at this point, but I don't know what Thug Rose is going to do. I don't know where she's at, but that's a cool fight if we're really looking forward. There's word of a maybe super fight with her and Shevchenko, but my argument against that is Manon Fiorot is a deserving contender, right? But it is what it is. We'll see what happens.
No, they should keep Weili active at this point. Yo, few things to say on this one. First off, I avoided it because I went with the over. The lock of the night for the premium channel was over 2.5. And then I also gave out the option of doing the plus 120 goes distance. I personally bet both of those. So I hit the distance and I hit the over 2.5. Conservative and risky. And I avoided the actual bet on this fight because of the concern about Weili. And bro, it's the way we broke it down was not wrong, right? It's Weili has the 5-round cardio. Weili has the championship experience, and I think all that really mattered. What I saw, I know you. So I think you have I think you're in the majority where it's like a fraud check of Tatiana Suarez.
No, not so much. Not a fraud. It's okay. She's not as good as I thought. She's still quality as far as the women's divisions go. I just think, holy fuck, Zhang is a certified gangster. I think Zhang is better than I even anticipated.
Zhang is fantastic and as good as I anticipated. Tatiana, I think, gassed bad. And I think Tatiana had, again, I've seen her training. I know what she's capable of. We've seen her in the cage. We know what she's capable of. She gassed. I think it was her first title fight. She hasn't fought in a long time. And so being under the spotlight in a championship fight against Wei Li, she got that early takedown. She threw on the fucking ground, but it fell apart after that. And I think it was fatigue. I think she got real fatigued in there and seemed to be, like when you're walking out, you could tell when somebody's feeling the moment. And she looked like she was feeling the moment. So is Tatiana done? No. And I think the best is still yet to come. But you saw a seasoned champion in Wei Li who was comfortable in the moment and a Tatiana who wasn't.
Yeah. She wasn't comfortable in that big moment. Shout out to Pick'em, actually. He's got the $5 dono. My guy. Gabriel Santos was never losing to no Aussie. What a savage. I love Gabriel Santos. We're a big fan. He is who I thought Ricardo Ramos would become many years ago. I think it's actually Santos that gives me that vibe of like an Oliveira, true Brazilian featherweight to watch. And I expect big things from him. I think top 10 in the next 3 years for sure. Maybe even sooner.
Yeah, Gabriel Santos is a fucking animal. Thank you, Pick'em. Appreciate that. And he was, up against an Aussie. He was up against Jenkins. That was, he wasn't supposed to come out there and do that. He was the favorite, actually. I shouldn't say that. He was the favorite. But, the Aussies weren't feeling that. Shout out to my cousin Tyson. He wants me to compliment him for
I like
making
that
this
shirt.
shirt.
Oh, he made it for you?
Look at this dope shirt he made me. Shout out Tyson. I see you fishing for compliments.
That looks fucking nice, Finch. I gotta say, I like it, bro.
Because
I should have worn my expert shirt today. Damn.
Who wins in a street fight, AJ or Finchman? Here's the problem.
Me and Finch are fighting.
Canuck, it's us versus you, motherfucker. Surprise, motherfucker! You gotta beat AJ and I. We're on the same fucking team.
Let's go. Listen, Finchman's got my back in a street fight. I ain't street fighting him. I might be street fighting some motherfucker, and then Finch coming out of nowhere with a little wheel kick or something like that, strangling him. Let's go. Right. Shout out Finch. Thank you, Timmy, for the 279.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Timmy. Yeah, we're a team, dog. This is a tag team. You think AJ and I are fighting each other at the bar? Nah, bro.
I texted Finch after getting jumped.
It's on. I know it's time to go.
Let's fucking go. That's funny as fuck. I want to actually talk a little bit more about another fight on this card that I think is worth mentioning. But any final notes you want to mention with Wei Li and Suarez?
It was crazy that Wei Li was dog money. I mean, that's why we hovered on it for so long. And, that's why I chose to avoid betting on it, because Wei Li is just this dominant champion and, has that like the Wei Li's method of victory was clearly just using her championship experience, her cardio, winning rounds. So the over made sense here, man. A great fight, but Tatiana, not the cardio and the output we wanted to see. But I know some of y'all are going to lower your expectations by many factors. Tatiana's going to be back.
If she chooses to come back, which I hope she will, she's still a dangerous grappling threat for the women's strawweight division. And we'll see what's next, man. I like Wei Li in a super fight. I love the Thug Rose trilogy at some point, but a lot of things have to line up for that to happen. Now, I do want to mention something from earlier in the night. I don't even want to go in typical order. I think we got to talk about the debut of Alexandre Topuria fighting Cody Thickness. What he showed, I thought, was a well-versed skill set. He looked technical, poised, and relaxed out there. He hurt Thickness with a couple of big shots on the feet and even knocked him down. He had that big slam as well. He showed his overall arsenal of refined tools. I think a lot of people started to, write Topuria off, at least a percentage of people I saw in the live chat during the fight. They're like, oh, he's not that good, this and that. I actually thought to myself, this was an impressive performance in the fact that he took on somebody who was coming in from Volkanovski's team on short notice, who was 7-0. Like, it's not like Thickness was some 0-2 UFC fighter that stepped in or a guy that had taken losses. He was an unbeaten prospect that I'm sure would have been on the Contender Series this coming season if not for this matchup here, and probably, could have thrived like a lot of the Aussies have. So I actually thought Topuria fought smart, did a good job dominating. He's still young in his MMA game with a 6-1 record right now. What I like about it is there's room to grow. What I am a little bit worried about, though, is like, okay, this is the performance now. I think he'll look better next fight. But he is 29, right? His brother had a debut where he had some difficulty with Youssef Zalal, but he was 23. Is Alexandre Topuria on the path to contention because it's got to happen at a quicker rate than his brothers. Now, his brother bursted on the scene fast and became, you know, a champion in relatively record time. You know, it was a lightning run up to the top. For Alexandre, I don't know. He hadn't fought in a while. He fought this one. I just would like to see him active. If he could fight in 3 months, that would be really cool. Are they going to put him in a big matchup? I don't know. Are they going to give him a tune-up type of fight to keep building him and let him get more experience? That's not a bad idea, being that he's a champion's brother. What were your impressions of Alexandre Topuria?
The fucking suplex was sick, dude. He's a fucking very, very good fighter. So, no, I think you could throw him into that like bottom of the 15. So, Montel Jackson, Marcus McGee, Eamon Zahabi, Kyler Phillips. One of those sounds good to me. The 11 and 10 are Jose Aldo and Mario Batista. Maybe that's a little quick, but one of those, Kyler Phillips, Zahabi, Marcus McGee, or Montel Jackson. You could throw him in there.
You think you're throwing him top 15 yet?
Fuck it. He's 29.
Ooh.
He's ready to rock.
I know. It's the age to fight top 15. I'm going to say one more. What if we did Rosas and him? Raul Rosas Jr. versus Topuria. Isn't that interesting? Like, you know.
You're going to do Rosas like that? I don't know, dude.
He's in the UFC. I don't know. Are we holding him down and keeping him delayed? What are we doing?
Well, Rosas is like 20 years old now, right?
He's still mad young. So I get it if they don't want to do the fight. But he just fought a Richie Long, who's a veteran.
Yeah, but I think this is a harder fight, dude. All right, so who wins your hypothetical matchup?
I would pick Alexandre Topuria.
You know
I think he's too crafty.
That's
too crafty.
I'm saying. I don't know if I want to do that to the kid yet.
Maybe not.
That would be cool. If you were gonna like open a main card with that, or that was like a marquee fight, co-main event of a fight night or whatever. Yeah, then fucking if they think Raul's ready, that's a nice one. The winner of that makes the top 15.
I like Topuria getting moving quick, though, because he is 29. Thought it was a nice performance for thickness. Still a young, developing prospect, but on the UFC roster now, we'll see how he does.
Short notice for thickness, too.
Yeah, and he, for you know what, for a short notice fight, he went 3 hard rounds against a very talented guy. As far as some other fights to talk about on the card, I do want to jump up to the main card once again and mention this one's quick. Taliesin Teixeira versus Justin Tafa, lightning speed performance. I will say, did you see on the replay there was a groin shot? It hit the cup pretty clean. I don't know. It lifted the cup, I should say. It wasn't like directly to the groin, but as Teixeira landed the left knee to the body, then the right came up and it broke through the center of the cup. It wasn't a flush shot to the cup, but it lifted it a bit. Not making an excuse for Tafa, but he was hit low and then elbow, fight ends right there. Tafa fucking blitzed quick. My God.
Yeah, this was a late pick flip for me. I ended up going to Teixeira. I didn't give it out though, so just for myself. Day of. Yeah, Teixeira turns out it's just the jiu-jitsu black belt. Andy's dangerous on the feet. Like the Tafa brothers are, as the kids say, mid.
Tafa brothers are mid. Yeah, valid assessment. Jubilee put down in one punch first fight of the night. I thought the stop was early, but it was sad, man. I was sad.
Who didn't enjoy that shit? Isn't Jubilee? He's like, I'm as good as Khabib, right?
Listen,
he's like, I could submit Khabib.
Yeah. I feel like when people say outlandish shit like that, for the most part, it never ends well. Like it just doesn't.
That's awesome. I mean, it depends on what the outlandish shit is, right? When it's a UFC fighter, yeah. But like, I've told people that Bruce Lee would get beaten up by like Mighty Mouse, and people are like, "Oh, how could you say that?" So people have different ideas of what outlandish shit is, but your outlandish shit radar in the MMA world's pretty tuned. So,
thanks.
I would agree. Paku, yo, AJ Finch, another cool pay-per-view experience for the Paku. Look how he talks about himself in the third person. Always so cool meeting the fighters. Prelims great, main card meh. Impressive champs. You could say that again, man. The title defenses were definitely impressive. I'm glad you enjoyed the pay-per-view, dude. Fist fights are fun live.
He was in person, bro. He showed us on the members only stream. He gave us a little preview of the venue from the outside. It was cool. He went to the fan meet and greet. Alex Pereira, they were charging for a guarantee to get a picture with Pereira, $213.
You're kidding.
Or you could wait in line and get a chance, but they'll take 50 out of whoever's in line. Yeah.
You're
$213.
That's
yeah, my mind was blown. I was like, bro, you probably clear 50K at least.
What the fuck? 200 to take a picture? Get the fuck out of here.
Should come with like a picture and like an autograph card, man. Something. Like
yeah.
they got. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Shirt too.
Chama merch.
Yeah, I agree with
Oh,
that.
shirt,
Like that.
100% for 200. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Signed
better get
shirt
a
with the
package.
photo.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think that would be more or less
You like a
somewhat
slightly
worth it.
buzzed Poeton with his eyes halfway open.
Yeah,
Probably,
yeah.
you know? What
That'd be
the fuck?
perfect.
It's got
I just
that-
want to do quick notes too, Finch, before we get to the card.
Okay.
This pick was one of my goated picks for McKellar. I got to fucking dance on this one, Finch. These are money calls. I called the fraud check, wrong Jew steal, and then this next one here, both of us had Wang to win, but I think the hype train dipped a little. Wasn't overly impressive, but a win, right? A win.
Most definitely. Oh,
Nolan,
Nolan
we called
coming
this.
through with
He
it.
looked
You got
good.
that one?
We both did. Let's go.
I think I ended up saying I no bet this fight. Did I say Slava? I might have said Slava.
I thought you said no, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
I
I'm mixing
avoided
up.
this one. This was so there was 2 day of, right? I went Nolan and I went Teixeira.
Okay.
Just based on talent and timing, right? Slava kind of his career is kind of, you know. Nolan, his career is kind of so.
It's on the come up.
You know,
Yeah,
sometimes you got to
let's go.
meditate on the card more than just shooting it on Monday.
Let's go.
Good W for Nolan.
And then feature prelim, Santos and Jenkins in an awesome fight. The high kick early from Jenkins was scary, but Santos then with a deep triangle, and he gets it done in the 3rd round. I think Jenkins hit him with the perfect shot. That kick was epic. And then from there, Santos was smooth sailing his way to a dominant win.
On enemy territory. Huge
Yeah,
one.
that was good.
He was in a parlay too, but I fucked that one up because I put in fucking steal.
Fucking steal, man.
Listen to my boy AJ on that one.
It's all right. It's all right, brother. It's all right. It's part of the game. And Prado tries to outdog Matthews. Ultimately, Matthews does his thing as a UFC vet and holds the 4th down. That was UFC 312. Fucking slurring my words here, Finch. Man, I got to take a sip of the drink. Give me a second. Let me get it. This is the secret juices, man.
Is this, bro? The worst actor I've ever seen in my life.
No, you don't like Elf?
But no, oh my god,
you don't like Elf?
I never even watched Elf all the way through.
What?
But this past Christmas, they just had like a montage of the worst Will Ferrell movies back to back to back. I just
disrespect.
What a waste of time, man. It was so bad. It was like him and Mark Wahlberg. I don't know.
That was funny, man. Him, the other guys, that was good shit.
Oh, so bad.
Damn, Finch is not a Will Ferrell fan. Damn.
Nah, dude. me and wifey, we don't.
Step Brothers? You like Step Brothers?
It's like my uncle's favorite movie. Nah, but
no,
it's mid. It's all right. It's all right.
Holy shit. What about Ricky Bobby? If you're not first, you're last.
I haven't watched the whole thing. I don't get it, bro. I don't think
you're not a Will. What an old school. You're not a Will Ferrell guy.
Comedy, and Will Ferrell's just like stupid comedy. It's just dumb shit. So if you're into that, maybe it's the personality. I don't know. I'm not calling you the Will Ferrell fan stupid, but
no, I get it.
Kinda.
That's interesting. Damn, he hates Will Ferrell fans, guys. Mike Finch hates Will Ferrell. He hates Will Ferrell.
I like George Carlin.
Okay.
I like, fucking Dave Chappelle, prime Dave Chappelle, especially young Dave Chappelle.
What about Adam Sandler?
Yeah, 8 Crazy Nights was funny when I was young. I mean, Adam Sandler in 2025? Nah, bro, that shit.
What about the old era movies, though? Him, The Wedding Singer, fucking Zohan.
Zohan was alright. Yeah, my Uncle David had Zohan on.
Zohan's good.
Zohan's
good. You know you liked Zohan.
I kind of, yeah. Adam Sandler's got a couple. I'll take Adam Sandler over Will Ferrell any day of the week.
Okay. All right. Finchman's little comedy taste. He's actually got his 2nd channel coming out. Finchman's Comedy Critiques in 2025. Let's get it coming, Finch. You review movies on the side. This is your new thing, bro.
My buddy Josh Woods does. Shout out to Josh Woods and his movie reviews. Go check my boy out. What about John Candy? John Candy was good. I could respect. Yeah, John Candy, fucking fat guy in a little coat. What Chris Farley. Funny as fuck.
Superbad clears every. Oh yeah, go to this one first. We got a dono. You're right. Latchel. I was confused by this dono too. What does he mean?
Were you a driller or a trapper back in the day? Drill rap or trap rap? Back in the day, trap still seems not that old to me. I'm old as fuck, huh? Drill rap would be better. Favorite rap? Old Slim Shady, Immortal Technique.
The hell's the difference of drill and trap? I don't even know what this is.
Drill traps like Fetty Wap, like. A little bit more mumbling on the beat, and then drill rap is,
I like the intense shit. Is that drill?
Yeah.
All right. The shit you can work out to is drill.
Sure. Fuck
Then,
yeah. I got a
drill
Mortal
rap.
Technique up on the fucking
Okay.
on the workout. I don't know if you kids would consider it drill, but this is the point of no return. I can never go back. Life without parole, upstage, shackled and trapped, living in the hole, looking at the world through a crack. But fuck that. I'd rather shoot it out and get clapped. I've gone too far. There ain't no coming back for me. Auschwitz gas chamber full of Zyklon B, just like the Spanish exterminate. You know what I mean? Like he's fucking.
Finch, you could play Eminem in a documentary. This would be sick. Blonde hair Finch as Eminem in a docu-series. Let's go.
Those were two of my favorites back in the day. Fuck
cool.
yeah.
That was clean. I like that. And then I'm not arguing Superbad being a fucking goated comedy. No one's saying anything about that. We're just casually talking Will Ferrell, man.
Superbad's solid.
Yeah. Goated. All right. Enough of this rap and fucking comedy expectation talk. We need to talk about UFC Vegas 102. It goes down this Saturday. Make sure you guys smash the likes. And if you're new, subscribe. To start the card off, we have Gabriel Bonfim versus Khaos Williams. The pick for me is Gabriel Bonfim. He has relatively good stand-up. His kicking skill set is nice. I like the way he attacks the legs, has decent straight shots. And what I do really have as a favorable asset that he brings to the table here is his grappling abilities when it hits the mat. Not a high caliber wrestler, but I do think could time some takedowns when mixing in strikes. Khaos Williams, we haven't seen him fight someone with the submission skills in the UFC to the level of Bonfim here. And I guess I'm just doubtful on how he will fare even in the stand-up. I have to say, I like the abilities for Bonfim in all areas. I think that, yes, Khaos Williams was impressive chinning Carlston Harris in one punch, but Carlston Harris is beyond his best days, I truly believe. And Khaos hit him with a perfect shot. But the fight before that, Rolando Bedoya was making Williams look very average. And I think Bonfim is a level jump from that. I'm going to say Bonfim wins the fight. I do think he can thrive getting the fight to the mat. But in the stand-up department, he should be okay as long as, he doesn't gas. Last fight, he took on Ange Loosa. He went 3 hard rounds. You can look at it as a negative. Oh, he couldn't finish Loosa. Loosa's normally hard to put away. Or you look at the positive side of things. In Mexico City, at Elevation, he went 3 hard rounds against Ange Loosa. I'm actually not sure if 100% if it was Mexico City, but I think it was Brazil. But it was at Elevation that he fought against Ange Loosa. He went 3 hard. Fight prior to that, Dalby outdogged him and he ends up gassing. I think it's a good look. I don't even think it was Mexico. I think it was Denver. But listen, it's all good about where they fought. I know it was at Elevation. That's what I remember. I think that Bonfim has shown improvements. He's still young at 27, and I think he can beat a Khaos. What do you think, Finch?
Yeah, Khaos just has that, if he could find the off switch, he'll turn the lights off, man. Khaos Williams can create some chaos sometimes. Explosive dude, dangerous on the feet. But Bonfim is more talented, more well-rounded. You got to like his ability on the floor in case it goes there. And then on the feet, I mean, this is a good fight on the feet for sure. Much closer to a 50-50 matchup on the feet to me. I think Bonfim, a little more dynamic. Khaos, though, more powerful. So, puncher's chance Khaos, but, puncher's chance rarely cashes in. Let's go with Bonfim club and sub.
I think Bonfim called his money. I see him winning the fight. As far as the betting lines for the fight, let me bring them up on screen. I'm seeing Bonfim as a pretty wide favorite, around -210, with Khaos Williams at +180. What's interesting, though, subline available as of right now, sitting at +225 for Bonfim to win by sub. So you get a little bit of plus money, 2-1, a little more than 2-1. I think he's live to get it to the floor and sub him up. Even though Williams never been submitted, I was like going through his record of opposition, and what I saw for the side of Khaos Williams was a lack of guys with jiu-jitsu skill sets. I mean, Carlston Harris, you can say is okay, but that fight was a punch. Bedoya, striker. Randy Brown, offensive jiu-jitsu maybe, but more so boxer. Miguel Baeza, kickboxer. Matthew Semmelsberger, brawler. Michel Pereira, striker. Abdul Razak Al Hassan, striker. Alex Morono, striker. He's mostly taken on guys who either don't have the abilities to necessarily get them to the floor, or that they like to strike. Now he's taken on somebody who has a well-versed skill set with stand-up, but definitely can finish fights on the mat. He's got 12 wins by sub. I got to go with Bonfim to lock up a sub as well. I think that's a money call.
Yeah, Bonfim sub. We're both on it. Just more talented, bro. Sky's the limit for him, man. So many more weapons than Khaos Williams.
What do you think about over a round and a half here?
Tricky with this one, bro. I ain't touching that shit.
Valid. I'll give you the line minus 144 just out of curiosity. So
yeah, over under on this one. Pass.
Okay. Bonfim to take it home for the Finchman, and I see Pick'em saying decision. I'll read that line off. Decision for Bonfim, if you want to touch that prop, is available at plus 200. Bonfim to win. We both think he can beat a Khaos Williams. Using MMA, I think that's a pretty smart option. Like, even if he's not taking Khaos down, the fact that he could threaten some takedowns should open things up on the feet. And then I do think ultimately you could catch Khaos, or he could end up getting on top. And then from top position, Bonfim should dominate. Let's go. We're going Bonfim to start the card off. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we got Angela Hill versus Ketlen Souza. The pick for me is going to be Angela Hill, man. You gotta go Angela Hill decision. I'm going for it. The usual Angela Hill decision. Why? As terrifying as Ketlen Souza is, Angela Hill in her last fight was in a competitive back and forth fight against Tabitha Ricci. Fights before that, she had wins. Ketlen Souza, though she is powerful, when I look at the opposition, I have my doubts. Yes, she beat up Marnik Man, but Marnik Man is not UFC level. Yes, she was dominant. She did not knock her out. She hit her with some big punches, but she still ultimately went to the scorecards and won on a decision dominantly. After, yes, quick club and sub of Horigi, but Horigi has been clipped and put out like that before. It was against Denise Gomes. Angela Hill also handled Denise Gomes, who's also a very talented Brazilian striker. It depends upon if Angela Hill still has that same bounce, still has that ability that she had last fight. I'm going to believe that she does. I'm going to say Angela Hill wins on the judges' scorecards. Ultimately, losing this one, I think, would be signaled towards the end for Angela Hill. But I feel like this is the level that she beats. She always beats a girl trying to break into the top 10, trying to break into the top 15. She is the essence of the gatekeeper, and I think she's keeping the gate door locked in this one. And competitive back and forth, she'll beat Souza. Yeah, that's what I'll say.
She's
but I like Souza's hands.
Gate at 40 years old. What the fuck? Clay Guida was the gatekeeper his whole career too. Chase Hooper kicked that motherfucking gate down, man. I feel like at 40 years old, you got to go with the 29-year-old prospect here. I'm going with Souza. I like the performance of the night against Yasmin Uruguay, who has beaten a Sam Hughes. It's decent level competition. Is Ketlen Souza championship material? No, but enough to get past, enough to do like what Tabitha Ricci just did. I think so.
You think she's that level? I don't know if she's that level yet, man. I don't know if she's that level yet. Like, yes, it's an impressive highlight against Horigi, and it's a dominant win against Man. I don't know outside of that. There's too many what ifs here. Like, Ketlen Souza's striking appears good. Her boxing in close looks relatively good. But I don't know how she deals with Hill's mobility and her volume. It's an interesting matchup, man. It's a really interesting matchup. I like the fight. If Ketlen Souza is to win, I mean, she burst on the scene lightning speed. But, dude, beating Angela Hill and especially finishing Angela Hill, damn difficult. And if you look at Hill's losses as of recent, they're to the upper echelon. Tabitha Ricci loss, Mackenzie Dern loss, Verna Jandaroba dating back to 2022. These are losses against, some of the better girls in the world. And then I read off like decent opposition. Pinheiro win. Denise Gomes win. Those are two impressive ones. Even a Lupi Godinez win back in 2022. She's good at, not fraud checking per se. I don't think Souza's a fraud, but she's good at checking prospects and giving them a loss.
Facts.
Facts.
I hear you, dog. I hear you. I mean, I do think this thing goes long. So
you think it goes all three? I
do think it goes all three. And then, we've seen plenty of close decisions, especially with ladies in general. But with Angela Hill, even that Tabitha Ricci one was competitive. I don't know, man. I feel like she's going to drop this fucking decision. I think at 40, we're going to start to see her slow down. And I think Ketlen Souza's best days are ahead of her. Same height, 5'3". You got a girl who's in her prime. I I know that Angela Hill's fought a lot of the best competition, but we got to admit she's lost to a lot of the best competition.
True.
So, you know, it's experience. But when you see that 4 come in, like I just had somebody asking me at the gym, when is a fighter in their prime? And it is kind of wide and debatable in MMA, but something like, you know, 25 to 37, something like that. Is that too wide?
That's
So
valid.
40 against a Ketlen Souza who, you know, is good. I think she loses 2 rounds out of 3.
Okay. Over 2.5 is -550 here. Souza to win on the scorecards, +125. Hill at -110. The odds are essentially even. -115 Hill, -105 Souza. It could flip either way. Essentially 50-50 lines. And I guess for good reason. I think it's a relatively close fight. And I'll say that for me, I'll say Hill snaps 2 out of the 3. Finch going Souza 2 out of the 3. We'll see what happens with the ladies when the cage door closes, man. It's going to be interesting.
Split decisions. No split
I would be,
decisions.
I mean, it might be. I would be more hype on, like, if you're on the Souza dog side, if she was like +175, you'd be like, oh, man, this is a good sniper. But the fact that the odds are about even now, is Souza a name that's calling you for a money line?
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this.
Okay.
My boy T, it's like his fucking, he was very confident. Like when I asked, like, all right, who you got this card? First name he drops is Ketlen Souza.
Ketlen Souza. Okay. All right.
Shout out to my boy T. I'm leaking his picks out here live.
There we go. Leaked picks. Leaked picks, baby. Finch with the leaks. You leak a lot of stuff, Finch.
I know. I don't know why I get a
stuff
kick out of it. Don't give me the fucking what do they call it? Joe Biden just lost his security credentials or whatever. Yeah, don't give them to me.
Listen, you know what? As long as I find out the secrets, I'm not upset. That's it. Let's go.
You just want to know who killed
That's
Kennedy. Just tell me.
I don't know.
Just keep it real with me.
I don't know.
Blink twice if it was the CIA.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Ketlen Souza decision, close fight. It could be a close fight. I see what you're saying.
Respect. Finch going Souza as I guess essentially even money. I'm going Hill on this one. Let's keep running up the card. Next fight on it, we got Rafael Estevam versus Jesus Aguilar. You gotta pick Estevam here. I think so. Is Finch smirking at me because he's about to say something crazy?
I picked Jesus Aguilar via guillotine. I think Estevam's going to shoot right into that motherfucking guillotine. This boy's got a guillotine. You guys remember when he put the guillotine on Nichols and Dominic Cruz goes, he's not out. Meanwhile, Nichols is fucking unconscious, arms limp and shit, laying inside of the guillotine. DC's like, he's out. You know, they fucking, and then, oh, he is out. Like, Dom, what the fuck? How many times is Dominic Cruz going to do that, bro? How'd this turn into a Dominic Cruz rant? But, you know, it's like.
Despite Dominic Cruz, Finch is
bro, how many times is he going to do it on the mic? Like, bro, how many times are you going to put your foot in your mouth?
Shit.
She's going for the single leg and does the high crotch on Rose. Jessica Andrade. She can't lift her from here. Literally lifts her up in the fucking air, spikes her on her head and knocks her unconscious. He's not out. Literally talking about an unconscious body in the guillotine. Dom, what the fuck? I rewatched that one, as you could tell. Jesus Aguilar, guillotine.
Jesus Aguilar, guillotine. Finchman going Aguilar, guillotine.
Sorry.
I actually didn't expect it, man. I didn't. I think that Estevam's a menace in grappling. I don't think he's getting locked in a gilly. It's a pretty good size for the flyweight division. His takedowns are solid. He fights with a pretty good pace. His grappling pace is nice. He looks to advance dominant position. Win in his debut against Charles Johnson. Now, to be fair, he did lose the 3rd round. That was not a couple years ago, but it was a minute ago. It was before Johnson went on this run. He's not fought since that point. We got Aguilar, who beat Nichols, as Finch is talking about the guillotine against Stuart Nickel. But the fight before that concerns me. He fought Mateus Mendoza. He won a very competitive split decision. Mendoza, you know, a little bit taller, 5'6", but now we got Estevam at 5'8", 69-inch reach. The issue with Estevam is weight cutting, though. He didn't make 128. He's large for the division. I'm not sure if he can even make the flyweight limit. He might be missing weight here. I feel like Estevam, he might get a gilly shot on him, but I trust the BJJ. I think he'd escape. I feel like Estevam grinds out a decision potentially.
On
Heavy
the feet
grappling
too, though,
pace.
bro. On the feet.
I like
too.
Aguilar pick though. It's fun. I like it. It adds excitement too because listen, he could catch him. He's got some hands on him and he's got a
Bro,
nice
on the
gilly.
feet, he bangs, dude.
swings.
He knocks people the fuck out, man. He's explosive. And Estevam, a little bit passive on the feet. You know, I know he's a great grappler. And he's got decent striking. But on the feet, he's a little passive, bro. Just kind of shells up and it'll let you tee off a little bit. Don't let Jesus Aguilar tee off. He puts one through there, you could be laying on the fucking canvas. I don't know. I'll say one last thing about Tawab, too. He hated this pick. He's like, nope. He's like, nope, don't do it. He's like, nope.
That's fine.
But, hey, call it like I see it. Jesus Aguilar,
respect
dog money. Wolf.
Okay. Finchman going big dog, Jesus
Big
Aguilar.
dog.
Plus 295 for big dog Aguilar. He's
fuck yeah.
he's 5'4" with a 62.5-inch reach, but he is a big dog in this fight here. Estevam minus 360 as the favorite. And then if you like that, Aguilar sub with the Finchman on the side of Degenerate Savagery plus 600. If you're with me, you're thinking Estevam. Obviously, the money line is wide at minus 360, but I do think he wins a decision probably plus 150. If he does get it done by TKO, his ground and pound's not bad. Plus 500 for Estevam TKO. I like the matchup. I'm excited to see the size difference play out in the cage, man.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a good fight. Would you believe I picked Jesus before I saw the odds? I'm fucking crazy, huh?
You picked Jesus before the odds is good, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. I'm out of my
Let's see.
fucking mind on this one.
Let's-
Nobody agrees with me. Whatever.
We'll
Hey,
see.
we'll see.
We'll see. We'll find out when the cage door. Listen, last week I had some unpopular dog picks that hit through the prelims, man. So at the end of
Bro,
the day, it's
you
a similar
did, man.
spot. Yeah.
You did. After we talked, I'm like, should I go research Wrong Zoo more? Am I fucking crazy? I should have, apparently. Apparently, I fucking should have. So,
Bro, last week was fucking savage mode. You were
listen to
saying the
my boy
prelims.
AJ, man.
Let's go. Thank you, brother.
know? Well, we were just talking about like going with your gut and trusting yourself, but you know, when somebody brings some new information in, you gotta think about it. So
Let's go. Let's go. Estevam for me. Finchman going Aguilar. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we have Valter Walker versus Dontel Mays. The pick for me's got to be Valter Walker, Finch. I think this is subtly he's picking Dontel Mays with the shadow box.
Yo, it's a fight. It's a fight
for sure.
It's a fight because Dontel Mays is a better striker. Dontel Mays is training out of Jackson Wink, so he's got Coach Mike Winklejohn, who has made the likes of John Jones and edited the striking of George St. Pierre in a positive way, and Greg Jackson, who's got, you know, some tremendous ground and pound. All of his fighters have good ground and pound. I mean, created the John Jones ground and pound, the elbows over the top, etc. All that shit's Greg Jackson. So he's got solid coaches. It's just he's Dontel Mays, bro. I feel like Valter Walker could take him down. And you know, when a heavyweight gets to the top position, it is very difficult for the bottom man to do shit. Like maybe Fabricio Verdum sweeping Gustafsson with the deep half. Like you see it every now and then, but it's rare, man. If you know, Valter Walker could just get to the top position. You know, I don't think Valter Walker's the sharpest knife in the drawer, but the fight IQ is a little questionable. Which, you know, makes me consider the bet not a lock, but yeah, I'll go with you. Valter Walker getting top position, could ground and pound, could sub, could decision. I don't really know. Valter Walker getting the dub though.
I think he takes it to the ground. We're in the small cage too, which I think favors his smothering based style. What's interesting about Valter Walker is if you look at his debut, he was 265 and he ended up going distance with Lucas Drezhki, loses a competitive, somewhat controversial decision, but not a good fight, not a good performance for him. And then he follows that up with a quick submission of Junior Tafa, who's not high level and one of the worst grapplers at heavyweight, to be honest. What's interesting, though, is we noticed a weight loss. He got in better shape. He was 265, then he was 252. And there's a physical change. If you look at his debut versus his second UFC fight, he looked in much better physical condition. I like that in this matchup here. I think he's going to be definitely better than he was in his debut. I think he's better than his last fight. And Dontel May's been taken down and controlled a bit before. He got submitted by, Cyril Gane with a heel hook many years ago. got submitted by Nascimento at one point, lost the rematch as well, taken down a bit by Gaziev, who even though he's a Dagestan fighter, trains in Bahrain, but Dagestan fighter, a boxer or a kickboxer, not necessarily a grappler. Valter Walker's got strong takedowns, and he's a very physically strong presence. His stand-up, though, shady. He's ducking his head, throwing these looping shots. His striking doesn't look great, but I'm telling you, when he grabs Dontel Mays, I don't think Mays is going to be able to stop the wrestling. As much as I know Mays Mays trains at a great gym. Mays should be a lot better, but I have never watched the Dontel Mays fight and said, wow, I saw him get better from the last one. He really hasn't shown much improvement, even though he was training alongside of John Jones. Ultimately, I see him as a journeyman heavyweight. You know, he's in the top 15 now, Finch. The state of the heavyweight division is in fucking shambles here. He's 15. He's ranked 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brutal.
This is heavyweight. I think Valter Walker breaks into the top 15. I think he dominates the grappling. Mays' striking's clunky too, man.
Yo, Dontel Mays is 14, homie.
14 he's at?
Janata Denise is 15.
Holy shit. I think that should be switched at the least, but even Denise should not be fucking ranked. They let Rosenstreich go, and now it's just fucking this shit. Wow.
Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gahn, Volkov, Sergey, Curtis, Jailton. Yeah, that's good. Sergey, I should say Pavlovich, and then Spivak at 7. And then you kind of have another class, right? Marcin Tybura, Derek Lewis, Tai Tuivasa, Ty. Like, bro, you saw how fat Ty was?
Oh, he's 350. 350.
Bro, he ate 350. That was what the fuck?
I know.
He's huge, bro. He retired? It's just a wrap at this point.
I think he's doing things with business and stuff. I don't think he's got to fight anymore, but he's gonna do another one. At the fan Q&A, he said he'd do another one.
He opened a restaurant?
A pub, I think. Yeah.
A pub?
Yeah.
Looking like a restaurant, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
A pub. The free foods, the appetizers are stacking up. And then, that was top 10 I just gave you. So Shamil Gaziev at 11. I think you got to bump him above Ty. Where's Waldo?
He's good.
Tarkin. So really, I think the top 12 you could show some respect to, and then we start falling off.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
But there's not 15 world-class heavyweights, and I don't see a world-class heavyweight in front of me here. Valter Walker, but what AJ said is valid.
Yeah. Odds for the fight, Walker, he's going to be a bit of a favorite at -210. Dontel Mays at +180. Walker by submission, it could happen. It's +400. Decision at +150. I see him getting this fight to the ground. It's just, can he exploit Dontel Mays on the mat enough so to find the finish? It's a possibility. Maybe.
He's got some decent ground and pound,
He does. He's got some shots he'll throw.
It's like you're getting smashed by a troll, dude. He's just fucking, Hulk smash. You could just
Angry
see him
troll.
just kind of just bashing his fist into the side of Dontel Mays' head until the ref steps in. So as far as how this thing ends, I think that's a huge wild card.
Yeah, method of victory here is risky status. Savage status.
I just had a coach tell me today, he's like, yo, can we put a no vaping sign up in the gym? Tell me you're not hitting that vape in the gym.
There's no vapes, dude.
No vapes in the gym, right?
I don't vape at all.
I'm
I don't
like,
even
why do
vape.
we need to put a
CBD
sign up?
lion.
Isn't that obvious? That's like, don't go outside naked. It's like, don't vape in the fucking gym.
No, I don't vape at all, though. This is CBD, brother. CBD. But no, you wouldn't do it in the gym either, man.
You don't do it in the gym, bro.
Fuck no.
Walk outside to hit the vape. Come on.
I wouldn't do it before the gym.
No.
Work out sober.
I've done it before, but no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Sober February right now for me. All right. No.
You're on sober 2025, Finch.
I am, bro.
Let's go.
I am sober rolling. Sober living.
Let's go. I respect it a lot, Finch. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, bro. You're
grown up now, bro.
It's Saturday night, really Sunday, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, the game's on. What a shitty Super Bowl. The game's on.
No.
And then I'm like, should I hit the nah? We got to keep the streak.
I'm proud of you, man. Let's go.
Thanks.
Clean Finch, sober Finch picking Valter Walker. I'm definitely picking Valter Walker too. We have to go Valter Walker. What are we doing? Come on. Valter Walker for the dub.
All right.
Dontel Mays is clunky striking, man. It's awkward, bro. But it's not like awkward and
Valter Walker
dangerous.
and Clunky fit together as well.
Yeah, I know. They do. But at least I know he's good at grappling. Like Mays, I don't know really what he's good at this point. He's Dontel Mays. He's just there.
about to give up his number 14 ranking, apparently.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card. This is a very fun matchup. Vince Morales versus Elijah Smith. You have veteran on his second UFC run versus super young, almost baby-like prospect at just 22.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to pick Morales to win by Darce choke, bro. I think he can catch a submission on Smith. Now, yes, Elijah Smith is a talented striker. Yes, Elijah Smith is a good athlete. But he's 22 years old, with his biggest win being against Aaron Tao, who's extremely undersized for the bantamweight division. Went tooth and nail with him, but obviously won more cleanly in the first 2 rounds, more competitive in the third. He does have a loss 2 years ago to Reyes Cortez, who previously was on the Contender Series. Elijah Smith, his dad, is actually Gilbert Smith, ex-Ultimate Fighter contestant and UFC fighter for one fight. I just think Morales' experience could be a factor. It's easy to write Morales off for sure. But when you look at Morales' most recent 3 losses, you see names of quality opposition. Taylor Lapalus in 2024, Miles Johns in 2022, and Jonathan Martinez in 2022. Now, since 2023, he's racked off 5 wins, only 1 loss. He had a 5-fight win streak coming back to the UFC. And they're like, hey, we're going to give you one of the most talented kickboxers outside of the top 15, who's got a lot of experience, and you're going to go fight him in France. And that's going to be your comeback to the UFC. And yes, he got teed up by Lapalus, but he showed toughness and heart throughout the whole fight. With the ability to press forward, Morales could get sniped from the outside by Elijah Smith. I could see him even getting his nose busted up by Elijah Smith, his legs chopped at, but he will continue to press forward. And unless you put him out, which is not easy to do, Morales definitely can take a good shot. He's got a TKO loss one time, and it was the leg kicks of Chris Gutierrez. Very few guys are kicking like that. Morales has got tricky jiu-jitsu. He's got some wrestling. I think he could lock up a Darce in this fight. Maybe a guillotine, maybe a Peruvian necktie. But at 22, man, I'm having a hard time going Elijah Smith, having not fought any high-quality opposition. The potential is there, and it's his chance to prove me wrong. But I'm thinking that Vince Morales is a crafty veteran, could end up pulling this off.
You know, Vince Morales just fought Hunter Azure outside of the UFC, and he just shows again, like, he takes Hunter Azure down and has no ability to control him. As soon as you take somebody down, you could just wrap their legs up with your legs. Then you have 2 free hands to work. He just doesn't. He just lets the guys stand back up. So I don't have confidence in his grappling control. And on the feet, he looks slow to me, brother. Like, I watched tape of Smith, and then I watched tape of Vince Morales right afterwards, and it looked like slow motion versus fast forward. I mean, Smith can definitely put flurries together. He's the type of kid where he feels like he's got you hurt, he's gonna pounce, he's gonna put a flurry together, boom, boom. And they're not, beautiful combinations or extremely dynamic, but his 1s and his 2s and his 1-2s are dangerous. And I think it's an early KO for Smith, brother. The 22-year-old kid in his UFC
really
debut.
Enunciating. Finch, can you repeat it?
Did you lose me?
You cut for us, man. Yeah, for a second.
Oh, wow. You're like delayed on my end too. Holy shit. All right. Where'd you lose
now?
me?
Am I good? Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me, AJ? SOS. Yes. Good. Okay.
Yes,
cool.
yes. You're good now.
I'm saying that Smith is fast and that Vince Morales is not.
Valid.
Vince Morales is stuck in a mud. He's stuck in a mud almost. And so I got Smith via knockout early.
Okay. Smith via knockout early. You think he's chinning Morales like that?
I think he's chinning Morales is slow as fuck.
Son.
I think Morales is half the puncher that Smith is. Smith knows how to pounce when he gets somebody hurt. My problem is Smith's UFC debut. Like, that's an issue, right? If he gets tired, that'd be a problem.
Smith is minus 200, minus 190, actually, line moved. Morales plus 165. Over 2.5, minus 300. The Smith KO is plus 400, and the Morales sub all the way up at plus 900 on my side. Damn, plus 900. He subs him up. He's got a lot of fights, man. The experience, I do think, is a factor. Over 20 pro fights for Morales. He's fought good opposition. Like, even if you look at his wins outside, I know Hunter Azure was the name you mentioned. At one point, Hunter Azure was well respected. I mean, he beat Brad Katona before he get knocked out by Brian Kelleher. That was a tragic downfall. To be fair, that's
Bruh. Brian
a tragic
Kelleher,
downfall. I know
dog. That's a ugly L.
that is.
Brian
That is.
Kelleher.
But Kelleher, to be fair, at that point he was all right in 2020.
All right. Brian Kelleher.
He had moments. He was all
Brian
right back
Kelleher
then.
is one of the worst UFC fighters. All respect to Brian Kelleher, but I'm sorry. Brian Kelleher has never even been mid.
Damn.
I
Brian
mean,
Kelleher.
was he? Am I tripping? Was he even like gatekeeper level?
I mean,
I don't even think he's keeping that gate.
he beat Renan Barão in 2018.
Wow. That is a great win. Renan Barão fell off a cliff, though. Remember, he was
did.
really good, and then all of a sudden, it was like, what the fuck?
It's just, yeah, but Barão, but Kelleher, I mean, he got a win over an ex-UFC champ.
That's fair. All right,
Yeah.
I'm tripping. I was not thinking
back
that.
then, though. But 2020, that's why I said 2020 Kelleher win. I mean, we're talking fucking years of loss. I guess now we're talking about Hunter Azure. We're fucking going way off the table. This is what MMA can do, though. You can go from one fighter to this one to that one. The next thing you know, you're all the way over here. It doesn't make any sense. What are we talking about?
We'll be up to heavyweight soon.
Yeah.
Smith is faster. Smith pounces when people are hurt. I think Smith puts him away. I think Vince Morales is too slow, and his lack of ability to control on the ground could be a problem. My problem is it's a UFC debut. If Smith was a little more seasoned, it could even be a lock.
Let's go. Finch going Smith. I am going to go with Morales to pull through. Let's see what happens. We got a good fight, and let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we have Julia Avila versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. The pick has got to be Cavalcanti. She's on a roll right now. Very active as well. Fought 4 months ago, 5 months ago, and I think 2 wins last year are good wins for a developing girl at 27. She's 8-1 as a professional. She's got good striking. She's fluid on the feet, good low kicks, picks her shots well, moves well. I like her stand-up game. On the opposite side, Julia Avila, like, I remember when she actually had some hype on her. She fucked up Gina Mazzani, and she was going into that fight against Sijara Eubanks as a -275 favorite. You remember when Avila had some people talking about her back then? Like, there was some waves. She loses that fight as a big favorite. Then she fights against Stoliarenko in 2021. She wins by submission. And then she doesn't come back until December of 2023. And she ends up getting submitted by Miesha Tate. She's done this part-time now. Unfortunately, the game has just went against her with matchups falling through and then a knee injury in 2021. You can't pick her against somebody with the momentum like this. I think Cavalcanti cruises to a dominant decision and outstrikes Avila.
Yeah, one-sided ass whooping with Cavalcanti swinging the hammer. Ass whooping might not be the right way to say it because Cavalcanti's like mobile. She's like a round winner. But this should be a landslide. Cavalcanti 30-27.
Yeah, I think she's going to look clean out there. As far as the odds, they're wide as you'd expect. As of right now, Cavalcanti is a 5-1 favorite. Avila at +375. Cavalcanti decision -275 just makes me want to go +700 KO just for the fucking what if factor. But Cavalcanti, I mean, she's got 3 knockouts. She hasn't got a knockout in the UFC, but still, she got some finishes on the ground. Avila is just not doing this full time, and Avila also 36. Isn't it crazy that the fucking? I remember when Avila was on the come up and thinking like, yo, she's got some craft to her. Her striking was a little awkward and tricky. What the fuck are these? Cotton Candy Chris drops big donos, so you have to bring him up, but he says the craziest shit. You see his dono?
Oh my God. Do you want to bring this thing up?
We have to bring it up. I always shout him out. He always drops $9.99. Finch and AJ, you guys both got girlfriends. Finch has got a wife too. But if there was one fighter that you could turn bisexual, who would it be? I mean, one fighter you could turn bisexual doesn't mean it has to be a guy. We'll go Ariane Lipsky. Bring her in.
Whoa, AJ took that for a left turn. I didn't expect AJ got crafty on that shit.
That was crafty.
Damn. You guys kind of trying to get my ass whooped tonight? Unbelievable. I'm like looking at the top 15 now. What do we got here? I don't live far from Mackenzie Dern.
There you go. I respect the pick.
You know,
should be down for it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna respectfully not answer this question. You guys, if there was a UFC fighter that could turn you bisexual, none of them could turn me. So hypothetical canceled, Chris. But thank you for the time.
Bro, he drops the biggest donos and the strangest questions, but if you're gonna be weird like that, at least drop fucking $10. Respect.
We got some
Respect.
motherfucker saying, ban this motherfucker. Get his ass. I boot him, they said, bro.
Listen,
He
he's
dropped
too-
his 10. Like
he dropped his 10.
You drop 10, you're cool. You're cool. It's good.
Yeah. Let's go. I think Cavalcanti, if Finch thinks Cavalcanti, the world thinks Cavalcanti, and she'll thrive. Let's jump to the main card. Starting the main card off. Make sure you guys smash the likes, and if you're new, subscribe it up. We got Rodolfo Vieira versus Andre Petroski. Now, note Petroski is coming in on a bit of short notice. He's actually replacing Jacob Malhoun here.
That's a good note, actually, because I wasn't thinking about it like that. He is short notice, huh?
He is short notice. Regardless,
Got
I trust Petroski as a guy that's in shape all year, though. I have a feeling that he's going to come out and dog, man. I'm going to go Petroski. I like his striking. Let me ask you this, Finch. When you think of Rodolfo Vieira, you think of his jiu-jitsu, but what about his wrestling? Petroski's got good takedown defense. Petroski competes in grappling. And what I know for a fact is Petroski is more dangerous with striking. He's got a nasty left body kick from southpaw. He's got big hooks that he lugs over the top. A lot of people ride high off Vieira's win over Armin Petrosian. But let us not forget, he was badly dropped by Cody Brundage in round 1 and had some trouble in that fight.
Valid.
I think Petroski can get him. I know the short notice has got to be a live worry, 100%. But I like Petroski's chances here. I'm going to pick him to win. When I think of these two in a kickboxing match, I asked myself that question. I said, okay, let's say the grappling cancels each other out. Who would win in pure striking? Petroski's got his number with his hands. Petroski's definitely got his number with the kicks. I think Petroski handles business, man, and I think he can get a win. He's a hardcore competitor. Yes, Vieira's jiu-jitsu is very high level, but I just don't know, man. I still think of the Brundage fight. It was quick with Petrosian, who's more of like a purist kickboxer. He's fighting a true MMA fighter here who more so is known for the grappling, but does have power and nasty kicks. I'm going to go Petroski to win.
I think you just gave too much credit to Petroski's striking, brother. You think
you don't like his
kicks?
Bro, he's got a good left body kick. He was snapping the last fight.
I remember him and Gerald Mearshart being pretty fucking close.
But Mearshart striking in this type of put Mearshart in the caliber. Viera Mearshart kickboxing. Mearshart will knock him out in kickboxing. See what I'm, so I'm thinking Vieira striking is not up here. It's lower caliber, man.
Well, Petroski being a great wrestler, or even a good wrestler, let's say, powerful wrestler, how about that? Makes it very interesting. Fuck. I'll say this. People are saying Vieira submission. That's going to be hard against Petroski. Vieira submission is going to be hard. Petroski, as AJ pointed out, competes in professional grappling. He's got, a submission win over Nick, whoever the fuck, Nate Diaz's Nick Maximov.
Yeah.
Or whatever. He's got a nice front headlock. What was it, a Darce? I'm trying to remember. Maybe it was an Anaconda.
I can pull it up here.
Victory over Nick Maximov, who, solid jiu-jitsu competitor too. Rodolfo Vieira, maybe you could say higher level jiu-jitsu than that, but we're also talking about a more seasoned Petroski. You could see a pathway for Petroski here for sure. I was about to say Vieira. I really got to do my tape study, buddy. I really do got to dig into this one. Now that you're saying Petroski's short notice too, you're really fucking my head up. This could be a striking match. And so I guess Petroski could win the striking match, but lowest confidence pick, man. Let me do my homework.
Okay, respect. I'm going to go Petroski here. The short notice factor is the asterisk with the underdog pick. Because if Petroski is not in shape, and let's say this fight hits the end of the second round, Vieira gets him down in round 3, a tired Petroski could be submitted. But I think first 2 rounds, Petroski can look pretty good. And if his gas tank holds up, I do think he wins the fight. So odds for the fight have Petroski as the dog plus 210, Vieira minus 250. I don't think Vieira should be this big of a favorite here. The Rodolfo Vieira fucking hype is overrated for me. I mean, if you look at his UFC wins, bro, what? Saparig Safarov, Oscar Piachota, Dustin Stoltzfus, that's okay. Stoltzfus got better. Cody Brundage and Armin Petrosian. And the Petrosian one's impressive, but ultimately Petrosian is known as a one-dimensional striker.
Who got knocked out by a guy with one eye.
Yeah, badly too. So we'll go with Petroski.
I guess so. I'm concerned about the cardio then. I mean, at the
Valid.
very least, what type of shape's he coming into? I got to hear him. I got to hear his camp. Who could lie? But,
Yeah.
want to see some work. So, yeah, controversial one. But I didn't know the odds were that wide. Those odds are stupid. This seems like a pick 'em to me.
I know. It's a pick 'em fight with wide odds. We'll go for Petroski as a dog. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we have Edmund Shahbazyan versus Not Matthews. We have a mismark on the writing. My fault, chat. Wow, I'm disappointed in myself.
Fighting Budka?
He's fighting Budka, man. I got excited. I focused on the next fight. Damn. Yeah, I want to remake that graphic. Finchman, talk about it. I'm pissed. I'm pissed now. What the fuck did I do?
AJ slipping.
Wow, that's crazy. Bruh. I didn't even realize that until right the fuck now. Shit.
That's all right. You guys know what this is from? You guys know what this is?
Star Wars.
What video game is this from?
Halo.
No.
Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Who in the chat? Does the chat know? What video game is this from? Who's got me? Come on. Ray Gun. They got it. Give me the video game. Ray Gun. Call
of Duty Black Ops.
Black Ops. They know. They know. It's my lighter, my torch.
I fuck with that. You're not smoking though, so don't be tempted. Put that down, Mike. Put that down. That could lead to bad things happening.
It's just a fire, buddy. It's all right. Got no
the
gas.
fire gets the party started. You know what I'm saying?
Zombies. They know. They know. Zombies. Ray Gun. Black Ops. You guys got it. Boy, Call of Duty. Yo, my guys. Let's go. Wow, I didn't realize how many people fucking hit it. Holy shit. Pick'em have it first. Pick'em had it first. Shout out Pick'em. Ray Gun Call of Duty.
Finch, I'm putting the new graphic in as we speak.
You're doing it right now?
I got it already. I'm not fucking around. I'm pissed.
All right. Who could tell me what's inside this pen? Okay. This is not a normal pen. Okay.
THC.
Who can tell me what's inside this pen right here? This is not. I'll put it in front of my Caucasian hand so you guys can see it. What is inside this pen?
Lead.
AJ, want to take a shot?
Lead.
Lead?
It's a lead pen.
What's inside this pen is a fucking knife. Oh shit!
That's actually
the
crazy.
Finchman's got some tricks up his sleeve.
Holy shit!
Don't fuck around, all right? We might be signing the deal. I might turn that shit around on you. Be careful, folks.
Does it have an actual pen in it too? Is it both?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's pretty sick. Where do you get one of those? I want one of those.
You want one?
Yeah. Where do you get them?
Send me your address again. I fucking.
All right, bet.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's go. Fuck yeah. That's sick. All right, we're ready to talk the fight too after this one, Finch. After the chat,
they fucking had it. These guys are on point.
I need a rip shot. I'm freaking out, man.
Some of these motherfuckers said ink. Come on, dog. Of course, there's ink in it. Come on, son. All right, he's got Shahbazyan and Budka up. Budka low key wrestling in the back pocket makes it interesting because Edmund Shahbazyan was piecing up Gerald Mearshart. But y'all know if you're in the motherfucking premium channel, your boy took GM3 submission plus 400 and something. We cashed out on it because Gerald Mearshart, he ain't got no quit, man. Edmund got a little tired and he's suspect as fuck on the ground. And Dylan Budka with the takedown offense, I'm a little concerned, AJ. I'm a little concerned.
It's a valid concern, but let me say this. Edmund Shahbazyan's striking is normally very class. Dylan Budka is very inexperienced. Shahbazyan has fought at a high level. Yes, taken a lot of losses, but his losses are against very capable fighters for the most part. If you look, Shahbazyan, the most recent is GM3. Before that, it's Hernandez, who's a contender, Amavov, who's a contender, Hermanson, who's a staple of the top 15, top 20, Derek Brunson, who at the time was still in that top 10. He had a lot of hype. He knocked out Brad Tavares with a high kick. And, since then, he's only won 2 fights. But Dylan Budka, 7-4. Pressuring, grappling. Good at smothering opponents. And we're in the small cage. Striking's not great. I guess it's more about the Shahbazyan make the mistake of, if he hurts Budka, then he blitzes him and gasses out like he did with GM3. Because if he would have let GM3 up, he could have knocked him out.
Would have let him up. Yeah, but
If he just
isn't
would have
that
let him
bad
up, so
fight
come
IQ
on.
then? So you're also saying he has bad
I'm
fight IQ.
worried.
That's
Listen,
another
I'm
L.
not saying I'm worried. Listen, I'm picking Shahbazyan here. I'll say he beats Budka, but yeah, you got to be worried about fucking Shahbazyan, man. He's so inconsistent, but he's also still young. It's like, is he ever going to figure it out? Is Budka going to get him 0-2 in the UFC versus at one point, this kid was like a golden prospect. He fucked up Brad Tavares so quick, and it was like, this guy is going to be a champion. It's like we're rating his performance.
Whoa, who said this guy's going to be a champion? Whoa.
We were rating his performance over Brad Tavares. Look at this.
Whoa.
Look. He fought Brad Tavares.
Champion.
Brad
You said the
Tavares.
C word?
Brad Tavares had just went 5 rounds with Israel Adesanya. Shahbazyan knocked him out in 2 minutes and fucking 27 seconds. Like, there was hype on him after that. He fucked up Tavares, man. I think that Shahbazyan can win, but he's just a risky fuck to bet.
Yeah, bro. I'm going, dog.
You're going Budka.
I've bet against Shahbazyan a couple times, dude.
Have you bet for? You're betting. Are you bet for Budka or a bet against Shahbaz?
It's against Shahbazyan.
Okay.
It's against Shahbazyan. Shahbazyan, choke artist, man. And look, it's coming from a Chicago Cubs fan. Okay, we know a thing or two about choking when it counts, man. But Edmund Shahbazyan's a lot better at striking, so I could see him winning the majority of the fight and getting taken down and fucked up. That makes sense. Yeah, on his back, he's real bad, dude. He's real fucking bad on his back. So
I think he'd be better. I mean, he's at Extreme Couture.
Yeah. I mean, no, he bounced back. What was the win he got before Gerald?
AJ Dobson, he fucked him up.
Yeah. So maybe I'm tripping, but fuck it. I already said it out loud. Budka takes him down and bashes him in the head with elbows until the ref pulls him off.
Okay, Finchman going Budka. I'm gonna stick with my guy Shahbaz. I like Shahbaz. I say he gets him. I hope he gets him. Shit,
it's not a heavy touch, y'all.
Okay. The odds for the fight are heavy towards one guy. Minus 360 for Edmund Shahbazyan with plus 295 on Budka. I do think he gets it done. Over 1.5 is minus 170. If you remember, though, Shahbazyan's losses, he normally is doing damage on the feet before he sells. He's live for a TKO here. It's plus 125 for that. Depends on Budka's toughness and ability to deal with the striking onslaught. I'm going to say Shahbazyan looks good. I think Shahbazyan is so much fucking better at striking. Like, I look at Budka's stand-up, and I'm like, man, doesn't look great. Very much a developing guy. He's a tough wrestler, though. He's tough in general. But I just don't know, man. I haven't been impressed with any of Budka's high-level fights. And, any of the, UFC products. Contender Series, it was a snooze fest. He grinded out Honeycomb. He was, controlling Almeida against the cage, gassed and got TKO'd, and then Petroski 30-27'd him.
Yeah, Edmund's fought better competition. His UFC experience legit, and Budka's striking sucks. All valid, but with Edmund Shahbazyan, it's like more of a believe it when I see it type of thing. I mean, do you really want Edmund Shahbazyan to bust your parlay? How are you going to feel? So I'm putting a warning label on it is all.
Valid. All right. I'm going to go with Shahbaz, Finchman, going with Budka. Let's keep running up. Next fight on the card. This is very interesting matchup of up-and-coming prospects, more so one than the other. Jose Delgado versus Connor Matthews. Jose Delgado should fucking starch him. He is a really nasty and clean striker. He's vicious, too. He's 26 years old in his prime. He's taller and longer than Connor Matthews. He's 3 inches taller with a 2-inch reach edge, and he uses kicks well. He's training out of MMA lab. He looks like a sharpened blade here. Matthews coming off the Dennis Bazooka knockout loss. He likes to switch stances a lot, but I think he leaves availabilities for counters with a lack of head movement. I feel like limit the stance switch and focus more on getting your head on a swivel would actually probably be better for a guy like Matthews. But ultimately, he is who he is. And I think Delgado's stand-up is a problem. He's ferocious, man. And he's well-versed, too. He's a good prospect from MMA Lab. I like his striking a lot. I think he's going to fuck Matthews up, man. I'm saying violent knockout.
I got him, too, bro. He's mobile on the feet, right? He has nice striking, but he's also aggressive. So it's the combination of the mobility and then being able to step on the gas when he needs to. Matthews, military dude. Thank you for your service. A little bit mobile too, but I really like the talent of Delgado, man. I think he could get him out of there. Give me Delgado knockout.
Let's go. Delgado by knockout's a badass call too. I'm gonna look at the odds. Delgado straight money line minus 275. KO for Delgado is plus 200. I do think he's getting the KO. The kid's talented. I have to say, I really like the stand-up game. I like the kicking skills. I like his combinations. He works well at all ranges, too. He's fucking good, man. He's a good prospect. He's striking-wise, he's very clean. And then when you give him a very favorable fight like this, I think he has a blank canvas to absolutely paint some fucking magical art on. And I'm saying he does some damage. Yeah. Delgado KO by both of us. I mean, he should shine in this matchup here. I think he's very talented, and it seems like he's got a ground game too. And the fact that he likes to scrap, I can see him baiting Matthews into a brawl and just fucking flattening him.
Yeah. And Matthews could get suckered into that too, man, because Matthews just not as talented, man. And Delgado, somewhat of a finisher too. You know, an ability to pounce too, like I was saying with Smith. So yeah, Delgado KO first or second round.
I like it. We're going Delgado. We're both going violence. Let's keep running up the card. Next fight, we got another mix-up of names here, Finch. I might as well just jump to the damn
co-main event. God, what
I'm fumbling the
Calvin
bag
Kattar
tonight,
looking all types
Calvin,
of different.
Brazilian
That's the
Kattar.
darkest Calvin Kattar.
I thought that was Calvin. Bro, I was going lightning speed with this, and I guess I went too fast, bro. What the fuck happened to me tonight?
Light speed might not be your speed, bro.
You know what it was? I was like shot out of a cannon today. I was hyped.
Calvin Kattar brown as a motherfucker. What's going on here?
Well, so Calvin Kattar, he's been hitting the tanning beds up in Boston, bro. You know, he decided, listen, it's a good idea that I get a tan before I get in the cage. And I have to say, man, it's a good look for him. He grew out the beard a little thicker, dyed it black. I mean, he looks Brazilian. He's a chatted version of himself. He's trying to reinvent himself, Mike. That's exactly what's happening here.
Yo, Calvin Kattar, he's doing the Trump tanning bed. He's tanning like Trump. He's making sure he goes orange. We got an orange Calvin Kattar. Damn, and Youssef Zalal looking crazy too.
Zalal, I mean, listen, he's living in Colorado. It makes sense that he's lightened up a bit, you know?
That's snow up there, man, in the wintertime.
Snow,
damn,
dude.
they really got that skin complexion different.
It does. It changes. I'll bring up the actual graphic. We got Ismael Bonfim versus Nazim Sadykhov. I'm going to pick Nazim Sadykhov, Mike Finch. I'm going to go Sadykhov. I know Bonfim's got the striking hype. I know he's clean on the feet, but I don't think he's as good as advertised. I was not overly impressed by the Pichel win for him. He got fucking bullied by Benoit Saint-Denis, and he quit at the end. He did not fight the hands. He chose to, not fight the hands and tap. He was broken. And Sadykhov is a fucking dog, man. Good striking, has power in his hands, good grappling skill, young, developing. I mean, he's not super young. He's 30, but both in their primes, 29 and 30. I think Sadykhov is going to shine here. The Slava Claus fight, he did crazy damage to Slava in round 2. Then he gassed out. I think this one's going to be an interesting matchup. I feel like Sadykhov could mix in takedowns. I don't know. Bonfim, his grappling, I'm saying is sus. I'm saying sus grappling skills. Clean striking, but overrated striking. Sadykhov can mix it up with a bit of a dog attack, man. So we're going Sadykhov on this side.
Sadykhov inactive, though. I mean, we just saw Tatiana Suarez have trouble being inactive, and then, inactive plus cardio problems. It's just not the recipe. I believe in Bonfim. I believe he's going to be able to handle this thing on the feet. Sadykhov, definitely dangerous. Terrence McKinney wins, nice, etc. But I'm going to go with the more active Bonfim. I think the Bonfim brothers are sweeping this shit.
Yeah.
All
right. Okay.
But you know what I mean? It's like cardio issues, and he hasn't fought since 2023. Red flags?
Valid flags. Bonfim is minus 200 here. Sadykhov at plus 170. Sadykhov to win by a decision plus 325. You think Bonfim decision?
Yes, but that's because of Sadykhov being good. I mean, does a tired Sadykhov wilt in the third? Could see that too.
I feel like
TKO for
Bonfim.
Bonfim third round.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
I feel like Sadykhov is better than advertised. 9-1-1, developing guy. Still, like I
You
said,
call
he's
the cop?
30. Huh?
9-1-1. Did you just call the cops? Damn.
I just called him. I'm calling on fucking Bonfim, man. You're not touching
Bonfim.
my guy. Leave him alone. Leave him alone, Bonfim. I doubt Bonfim on the ground a lot, Finch. I think he might get controlled a bit. Like Sadykhov, he's got some takedowns. He's an OV at the end of the day, even though it's not known. Something about Bonfim that people seem to forget. 4 losses by submission. All 4 losses by sub. Not saying Sadykhov is fucking Mr. Jiu-Jitsu himself, but he's got a bit of a grappling game. He's got 2 wins by submission. He won against Terrence McKinney by submission. At his back, choked him out.
Fair. Fair. Is Sadykhov taking him down?
I think you could time some takedowns. At least mix in the threat of takedowns. Bonfim picks shots well from the outside. I see what there's to like in his striking, but I think Sadykhov is pretty clean on the feet too. He's also a southpaw, which I think makes things interesting.
Yep.
Be interesting to see how Bonfim deals with the southpaw. I don't know. Without the calf kick availability there, I don't know. Is he throwing teeps up the center? I don't know. When I play it out in my mind, I see a more competitive fight than the odds have it, especially -200 for Bonfim. This to me seems like a pick'em's fight. I mean, both guys in the UFC with 3 UFC fights, both guys winners on Contender Series. We got 2-1 for Bonfim, but you can, put a lot of respect on his name for fighting a BSD who's good. And then 2-0-1 for the side of Sadykhov. And I know it's not a great look, the draw with Slava, but taking away the positives from that fight, he had him very badly hurt, and Slava Claus looked very tough there. Took something away from Slava, I think. I think Slava from that fight is actually not the same.
Okay. I don't know, man. I'm going to say that Sadykhov gasses.
Okay.
Till he shows me that he's not. I'm going to say Sadykhov gasses. I'm going to say Bonfim does it on the feet. Club and sub, is that crazy? His brother's better at submissions, eh?
Yeah, I don't feel like, dude, I feel like Ismael Bonfim's just a kickboxer.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll take the activity, but good fight. Definitely not, any type of locks here.
Okay, let's go. Sadykhov for me, Bonfim for the Finchman, and we're going to keep running up the card. We're going to jump to the co-main event of the evening. It's Calvin Kattar versus Youssef Zalal. Listen, Finch, I'm sick of the Calvin Kattar doubt. I'm picking him to win. I'm joking.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm trolling.
Shut the front door.
I can't. I'm picking Zalal, but like Calvin Kattar can still fucking box, man. It's just he got grappled fucked bad against Aljo, knee injury against Arnold Allen. He hasn't had a good performance since 2022 when he had that competitive back and forth with Josh Emmett, which to be fair, I actually thought he could have got that decision. But that's 2022, and now we're in 2025, and Youssef Zalal is absolutely surging right now. Since 2022, Youssef Zalal has been on a roll. I mean, 1 win, 2 win, 3 win, 4 win, 5 win, 6 wins in a row in MMA. If you include kickboxing and boxing, it's 8 wins in a row. He beat up Billy Q easily in the debut or the comeback, the second UFC run, not the debut. But this is the debut of Zalal 2.0. Like, yes, his UFC career earlier on, he took some L's, but ultimately, when you really look, split decision with Sean Woodson, Ilya Topuria lost. The bad ones are Sungwoo Choi and Damon Blackshear against Ilya Topuria.
Win all rounds with Topuria.
I like Zalal's chances a lot here. His striking should be fluid, and he should be faster than Calvin Kattar. And then add on top of that, too, Kattar being, I guess he's not inactive. He fought 9 months ago, but got absolutely dominated. I think Zalal's got good jiu-jitsu, could potentially threaten Kattar on the ground. I'm saying Zalal's taking home a clean win.
How do you not go with the Moroccan Devil? The Moroccan Devil's a fucking problem, son. All right? Over there at fucking Factory X, right? They're up there in the elevation. My boy Motaz, thank you for hooking me up with the phone number. I appreciate it. I texted Youssef Zalal trying to make something happen. We couldn't get something scheduled. I'll take that as my fault. But I'm going to have him on my show after the fight. I think Youssef Zalal is catching a nice W here. Potential club and sub. Better at striking. better with the submission grappling. It's really the wrestling that Calvin Kattar has, and Calvin Kattar can fucking box too, but he's starting to age a little bit. Calvin Kattar, not exactly, not exactly in his prime right now. Calvin Kattar's 36, and at lightweight that matters. Lost a split decision to Josh Emmett. Got hurt against Arnold Allen, and then Aljamain Sterling, you guys saw, was able to out-grapple him. I think Youssef Zalal sees a lot of opportunity here, could potentially win via submission. An interesting one for sure. I mean, you saw against Giga Chikadze how, Calvin Kattar was able to tire him out with the wrestling and then get the boxing going. As far as boxer wrestler goes, he's a tough motherfucker. I do think it's a test for Youssef Zalal. I think there's a camp here who's like, Youssef Zalal blowout, bet the house on it. That's not me. I still respect Calvin Kattar despite the 3-fight skid. You got to put some respect on the wrestling, on the toughness, the 5 rounds experience, beating up on. I love Giga. Giga's the fucking. I see him at the gym all the time. Giga's the fucking man. But I think Youssef Zalal's on fire. Youssef Zalal 2.0, as AJ said. I'm going for it. Youssef Zalal club and sub.
Youssef Zalal club and sub seems like a very real option in this fight here. Now, as far as the odds, Zalal's minus 390 is a massive favorite, with Kattar at plus 325. Thinking about Zalal by sub, you do get plus 300, so 3 times your money. It's not too bad. It's not too shabby.
Minus 400 money line. Not my favorite. Not my favorite, albeit because, Calvin Kattar's good, man. Calvin Kattar's headline cards. He's been in big fights. So you got to put some respect on it. But fun one, man. As far as just watching as a fan goes, just taking the predictions out, this is a cool one. I'm excited to see this test for Youssef Zalal, who is really, really, really coming into a new prime here. It's fun to see what he's capable of. I think this will be a great, great test for him.
Let's go. I think so too. We'll find out if he's ready for that upper echelon. Kattar, I still think he's going to fight hard here. It's like, just, man, I can't pick Kattar with the injuries, the layoff, the bad comeback fight. But if Kattar turns it on, and he's got that Kattar that fought Josh Emmett, Zalal is in for a very hard fight. If Kattar that fought fucking Josh Emmett turns up, holy shit. But I just don't think he's there anymore. It's hard to say. Like, besides the fights, it's the training camps too, man. I don't know how Kattar's body's responding in camp. I know Zalal is primed right now and peaking and probably better than he's ever been before. So, yeah, the pick is Zalal for us both.
Zalal's got a great team, training partners. Zalal's entering his prime right now. Finish.
Let's go. Zalal to get it done for the Finchman and I both as we jump to the main event of the evening. If you guys are watching and enjoying, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button. Jared Cannonier versus Gregory Rodrigues. So I got to go with Gregory Rodrigues to beat Jared Cannonier. Nearly 41-year-old Cannonier. He's a day away from 41. If it hits midnight by the time this fight starts, he might be turning 41 in the cage, man. He's on a 2-fight losing streak, granted, against high-level guys in Nasruddin Imavov and Kyle Barajo. Rodrigues on a 3-fight win streak, not the same level of opposition. But when Rodrigues is on, he is a terrifying force. Good boxing with real power, strong grappling with nasty ground and pound. The issue is hitability. He leaves openings and has been chinned before. I don't know if it's necessarily that he's chinny. He's been caught by perfect shots. Cannonier has not gotten a knockout win, I don't believe, since he beat Derek Brunson years ago now. This is way back. I'll double check that stat. I think it was 2022 was the last time that he knocked anybody out. Since then, 2 losses recently. Did beat Vittori in 2023 and Strickland by split decision in 2022 December as well. But I just have to go towards the side of momentum. I'm going to say that Gregory Rodrigues potentially finishes Cannonier in this fight.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a step up. I mean, Dennis Tulin, Brad Tavares, Christian Duncan as the last 3 before that getting knocked out by Bruno Ferreira. So important to remember, but a nice 2024 for RoboCop. And then Jared Cannonier, higher competition, Kyle Barajo and Imavov. Like, yo, you know what I mean? That's high level competition. So I want to give respect where respect is due. The 41-year-old Jared Cannonier has been fighting better competition. Did you guys notice something? Jared Cannonier's 40 and he's old. Angela Hill's 40 and she's a gatekeeper beater. What the fuck? Which is it, AJ? Which is it, dog? Who's
but
old?
She's not fighting Gregory Rodrigues.
Not?
She's not fighting Gregory Rodrigues. Kelvin Souza is not Gregory Rodrigues.
That's true. And is Gregory Rodrigues some type of championship material? I don't think so.
He's dangerous.
He's fucking surely dangerous. And Jared Cannonier is not too accustomed to getting knocked out. Jared Cannonier is a tough motherfucker. He made it all rounds with Khaos. Khaos like top contender level, gonna challenge for the title. The champ is talking about him. RoboCop because RoboCop's dangerous on the feet, dangerous on the ground. Jared Cannonier is getting in these like close tit for tat striking battles where he doesn't have enough output. I've never really been a Jared Cannonier believer, you know? I mean, the Killer Gorilla has definitely got a couple nice wins. A split decision over Sean Strickland. That's not bad. Decision over Marvin Vettori. That's not bad. That was 22-23. Derek Brunson, Kelvin Gastelum, Jack Hermanson, Anderson Silva. We're talking 2019 Anderson Silva. Calm down. David Branch. Like this is just better. Let's just say it like it is. It's better competition than Gregory Rodrigues has fought. The issue is, are we expecting to see an improved Jared Cannonier or a Jared Cannonier who is turning 41 that night? You know where I'm going with this. Gregory Rodrigues is the one who's on the ups. Gregory Rodrigues' performances are looking better. I think he has a great one here. Whether he finishes him or not is the real question. I got Gregory Rodrigues in this one.
Gregory Rodrigues, the pick for us both. Now, he's a bit of a favorite at -210. At open, the lines had him at -175. Cannonier +180. Looking towards the side of Rodrigues, inside distance, -120. Submission +525 and KO +160. Rodrigues has got a good ground game, but only 4 wins by sub. He likes the knockout, and even using grappling, he goes for finishes. It's going to be damn interesting.
Cannonier just survived Khaos, who's nasty on the ground.
Very interesting fight.
Right? It's probably about the striking, and I just don't believe Cannonier is as dangerous as RoboCop.
Yeah, I think RoboCop could hurt Cannonier. I see it in the pocket, like Cannonier getting backed up a bit, gets frozen with a big shot. I think there's a hard stylistic matchup for him too, because even though Kyle Burrell is very crafty, not a big power puncher like Gregory Rodrigues.
Exactly.
And then the fight before, Imavov, a precise sniper, was able to rock Cannonier bad. But still, Barrio had Cannonier hurt too. It's not like it didn't happen. And now you got RoboCop who's swinging bombs at you. Yeah, I think that Rodrigues wins. And to be fair, and someone in the comments just said it, Sean Shelby, Kyle didn't wrestle in that fight. He wanted to show his stand-up, right?
Did not attempt to take down. Sean, are you sure?
I'll double check, but I'm 99% sure.
I think he attempted a takedown or two.
I don't remember one.
And they don't score these fucking takedowns right. You got to control them on the ground for 3 seconds or some shit. Bullshit.
Takedowns attempted by Kyle Barrio against Jared Cannonier.
Right.
1 takedown attempted.
Okay. All right.
0 for 1.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to see what round was it in. Actually, double check this. Now I'm curious. What round did he attempt to take down? He attempted to take down in round 5. Didn't get it. Cannonier's got good defense.
I had a memory of him trying a takedown or two. Not like he's easy to take down. Oh, yeah. If RoboCop takes him down, it's a problem. But I'm not even concerned about that. I think it's RoboCop, being dangerous and Jared Cannonier being a little gun shy.
I can see that.
Whether it's decision or KO, RoboCop.
RoboCop to win, guys. We got to go with the momentum. 3-fight win streak. Has always been a promising up-and-comer. I mean, he's got tremendous power. Like, even if you dig at some of the wins from his earlier UFC run, beat Jun Young Park by a knockout, which I think is relatively impressive. Took out Chidi Njokuani after getting cut bad. Like, if you question his chin, you have to look at his toughness in certain spots. I'm going to say he should win this one. I think he can beat the nearly 41-year-old Cannonier. So we're going
Yeah.
RoboCop gang, bro. Finch and I both are RoboCop gang.
So for parlay of the night, do you want to do the fucking
1-1.
Dragon
I like
Ball?
that. Yeah, I like the
Future?
Dragon Ball, bro. We fucking
Yeah, we
Dragon
got it
Ball.
last week. I think
Yes, we
did
did.
Taporia and Santos.
Yep.
You're welcome, motherfucker.
Let's go. We're doing the Dragon Ball parlay for you guys now. Let's bring the thunder.
All the competition that try to compete, stand back, watch the bomb drop.
Finchman, what is the start?
Woo! Let's go. Fuck, man. I like a few on this card, man. Let's go with Jose Delgado. I think Jose Delgado is going to be the better striker here, whether he finishes it or not. The first leg of the parlay is going to be a money line on Delgado.
It's a good call, Finch.
Took the words right out of your mouth, didn't it?
Yeah, but it's all good. So I'm actually going to say 2. I'm going to put, if you're willing to play a woman's fight, Cavalcanti should have her way with Avila, but the odds are 5-1. If not that, I do think RoboCop should beat this version of Cannonier as well. I like those 2.
Damn. Yeah, I generally try to stick to 2. If it's a 3-leg parlay, it's such high confidence. So 2-leg parlay, the conservative Cavalcanti, that makes sense. And then mixed in with Delgado. I like that for the official.
Let's go. We got to sing parlay time, Finch. We didn't sing it.
Oh, shit. We just jumped right in.
We got to go again. Listen, guys, we're going to replay it and then we're going to sing.
All the competition that try to compete, stand back, watch the bomb drop.
Parlay time. Open up your wallets and let's bet on some fist fights.
Yeah, parlay time. RoboCop will win because Cannonier's 41 on the night. Yeah, I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Take me home. Let's go.
Let's go, Finch. Let's go. So the parlay we're rocking with is Cavalcanti and Delgado / Rodrigues as well, RoboCop. We're going for the big 3. I'm excited to have fights on every fucking week, Finch. It's a blessing. It's amazing.
Yeah, man. We'll keep it fun. We'll keep the content coming. Did y'all enjoy the interview with Tatiana Suarez? I see you guys talking shit on Tatiana now that she lost. Take it easy on Tati, all right? She blesses the channel with an interview. People want to fucking dunk on her. Chill the fuck out, all right? Can she be confident about getting into a fist fight? God damn. Motherfuckers be hating. That's okay. You can dunk on Tatiana Suarez. That's okay. She made a, $750,000. I don't know. She made some good money on that pay-per-view. I hope you bought it. If you're going to talk shit, I hope you at least bought it. More content for the channel. I'm hoping to get Youssef Zalal after he subs Calvin Kattar. I'm going to drop my full card predictions, my 5 most confident picks tonight. I'll drop my 5 most confident picks right after this. And then as usual, free channel's been eaten, AJ. I dropped our parlay just in the free channel.
I like that.
And it hit again. And the week before I dropped Imavov, dog money.
Hit again.
For y'all. Hit again. I dropped a fucking parlay that hit. So come on over to the dark side. I'll see you guys on my show in a few minutes.
Finch, man, going live. Finch, what are the odds that Zalal's available between 12:30 and 2 p.m. or 7 or later during the week? Because I have him on a pre-fight interview live if he wants.
That would be cool.
Could you text him for me and just ask him? I don't know. If you just tell him no pressure, if he's interested in doing a live show, or even if he wants to do pre-recorded, I would love to talk to him before the fight, and then you can handle him after. But I get it if he's not available. It would just be kind of cool if he came on a live stream during the week.
720 area code. Let me see.
That's Colorado, so we've got about 2-hour difference, right?
All right. I'll figure out if I want to bother him. We'll see. It's fight week. I don't know. Like, people go do ESPN on fight week, but I don't know.
They can do AJSPN, bro.
All right, we'll see what's up. We'll see what's
Let's
up.
go. Bet.
I got the Angela Hill line too. You picked her, so maybe I'll get you at least Overkill.
I know.
Huh?
I talk Overkill if she wants to chat, bro. I'll gladly banter because that would be fun, bro. I just want to get something for the lunchtime live, a special surprise fighter interview eventually, just while I'm live in the afternoon. So be like, holy shit, drinking a coffee while hanging out with Youssef Zalal, whoever. Maybe
Where
Conor
does Vince
McGregor.
Morales train? I think he fought in Bellator, so I met him. Maybe I could get him too. I don't know anybody else on the card. All right. I will.
So they want Zalal, man. All right, if you can.
You know, this whole Youssef Zalal interview thing, scheduling it, started from somebody asking on the show last week. You remember that?
They did. I know.
He was like, yo, try to get Youssef Zalal on, Finch. I'm like, fuck it. Sent my boy Motaz a text. Boom. Motaz puts me and Youssef Zalal in a group chat. So shout out to whoever said that shit.
Let's go. Hopefully we can get him, bro. Hopefully we can get him.
We'll do it.
Pre-fight.
All right. I'll see you guys in a few minutes for my 5 most confident picks. Let's eat.
Check out the Finchman. We got him linked up in the live chat. He's going live. Probably knowing him, he'll be live in like 12 minutes. Give him a second. Give him a second to get set up. Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate you all. Much love. I will see you savages at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time for the lunchtime live tomorrow. And then later in the day, probably around 7:30 for the live stream Tuesday special, the usual live chat Q&A. So keep on locking it in. A lot of streams tomorrow, a lot of content. And I'll talk to you guys momentarily. Peace out. Bye-bye.